So the challenge today is you have red accounts. How do you know about it? In one of two or three ways? You may know about it when the customer complains, when a customer escalates, they may go to Twitter and complain about you or Instagram threads or whatever. So you will know only when someone escalates, right? You don't get the undercurrent when their tone is getting more and more unfriendly and they're like, this is not good, this is not good. They're unhappy, but you don't know. If you're running a call center, you don't know. You only know when the proverbial stuff hits the fan. So how do you address that, right? That's kind of the challenge that we run into. So let's take a look at that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run summary and sentiment. And two things are going to happen when I run this. We will look at all of this content and generate a summary through AI, and that summary gets populated on this field here. And then based on all of this stuff here, it will also populate a sentiment here. So let me run this thing. And now what's happening is same process. We extracted the data, anonymized it, sent it over, got back a response, and we have updated. So you can see the sentiment is negative and the summary actually explains what is the problem, what's going on. And this is where you can intercept, right? If you run a call center, if you are a call center manager or a lead or someone who's responsible for customer success and CSAT, you can look at these things before it goes bad, right? Right at this point, I can have an escalation file. I can have a flow, send out emails to, the account related to it, their customer success person. You can do a lot of compelling things like this right from Salesforce using AI. And notice that this is completely inferential, right? AI read all this and this is what it came with. It thinks it's negative. The other part of this is on this record, the minute we saw that this is negative, you see this little red bar here. So this is like a visual indicator because we didn't see this here, right? This is my regular thing. I just got an email or something. Now I'm like, oh, wait, there's something wrong here and I need to address that. So this is a really good example. I've spent a lot of time in the call center space, and this is the kind of stuff that is hard to do. If you have a survey that you send after the case is closed, it's too late. It's post-mortem at that point. So anyway, so that's that. I have another really interesting version of it, which is sentiment journey. So let me show you what that is. I'm going to refresh the same case, right? So on this, there are all these interactions. And now let's say you want to know, not just at a case level, you're like, how is every interaction, right? Are my reps doing a good job, right? Maybe this is a case that gets moved over because you have a follow the sun model. You're a global company and you're like, in the daytime in US, I handle these cases from Latin America, then I move to China, India, or somewhere else in Asia, right? And I have a follow the sun model. And I want to know at every one of these interactions, what is the sentiment? What did people think? How did this work, right? So I can do this thing called sentiment journey. And now what I'm doing is same idea, extract it, send it to AI, but I'm asking AI to give me a sentiment of every one of these interactions, these three interactions that happened, these emails that got exchanged, and you can see, right? It thinks it was neutral, then it turned negative and it has stayed negative. And you can see how it is summarizing. It's going, well, this person was seeking help. Now they're just like, hey, help me resolve it faster. And it really hasn't happened. And you can see it was on the 3rd of April, 26th of April, here 6th of July. So obviously there is a lot that's going on here. If you're in Service Cloud business, like this is the kind of stuff that, when we spoke with people, they're like, these are our problems. It's not so much about doing anything fancy with it. It's just like, I want things that I can use to run my business. I want to know before things go bad at my account. I may have a renewal coming up, and these things are valuable for us to ensure that, there is satisfaction with our brand. We can fix things before they go from bad to worse. Because the last thing you want is someone to tell these at renewal and say, oh, we've had these 6 cases open with the organization and we've had a really terrible experience. So now we are not interested in this.